Good morning. My name is Ruben P. Mashvirango. On this cold Monday morning, I know many who are still at home. Kindly carry your raincoats, your umbrellas, your jackets, keep the body warm. And of course, those who are at home, we are glad that you're watching us live. And on a special Monday, I need to tell you that I want to take back my words. When Ogwang Jackson was here with Brian, I did say that they're going to participate in Namibia, and I want to apologize to them that they told me that, Ruben, watch the space. We are going to go there, giving our all, and we come back here with the qualification, with the ticket to the World Cup, the T20 World Cup 2024. And indeed, they did qualify for the World Cup after victories. So I'm privileged this morning to be joined by Frank Nsobuga, the cricket player. Then, of course, the coach, that is Ogwang Jackson. They will be taking us through the journey of qualification. Gentlemen, I'll start with Mr. Nsobuga. Good morning, Nsobuga. I like the attire, the black, yellow, red.
Thank you so
that
much.
indicates the cricket cranes. Eh?
Yes.
Good to see you here.
Thank you, sir.
Coach Jackson. Let me put my phone down even. When you came here with the captain, I thought, I normally host players, national team players, and I tell them this, that you go and participate and come back, go and tour the places. Now, for this, I want to apologize to you, Coach, for what I said a few months ago when you came here before the tournament, or before the qualifiers, that you just come back here as participants. So take us through the journey of the qualification.
Yeah. Before you go for war, you definitely have to put a plan in place, and our target was to go out there and qualify for the World Cup, and all the energies we put them into that qualifying campaign to make sure that we go out there, play some good cricket.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what we did. That's why you see this team is going to the World Cup.
Okay. So as a player, how prepared were you for the occasion?
I think for the last 3 years we have been training for this, and also playing so many games. The game we played so many games in Rwanda, we played in Qatar. So I think the team was very prepared, and also the games we played in Zimbabwe, I think we are getting the final touches, and our plan worked, and yeah, we qualified for the World Cup. Okay,
Jackson, if you had stayed here for an extra 4 days, you would never have got a chance to train your team because of the rains which were falling all the time. Now, the journey to Zimbabwe helped your team to train. The 6 days in Zimbabwe, or the 6 games you played in Zimbabwe, prepared your team mentally and physically. Now, let's look at the mental preparations for your team. How did you prepare them mentally for these qualifiers?
Yeah, first of all, before we left, it was raining a lot here, and knowing way ahead of time that the conditions in Namibia the weather was quite hot.
Yeah.
So we had to look for a place that had something similar to that, and that was Zimbabwe. They're all South African nations, and it was quite hot in both countries, so it helped the boys acclimatize really fast before we went into the tournament. And playing tough oppositions in Zimbabwe strengthened us mentally.
Yeah.
And we just went out there and said, okay, we have come out playing a much tough opposition in Takashinga and the Zimbabwe under-25, and it moral boosted us, gave us a positive vibe going into Namibia. But mentally, we were focused, because the goal was go for the World Cup, and we had nothing else to worry about apart from keeping focused on the target ahead.
Okay. Nsobuga, as a player, I know that you would always want to be on that starting team. So have you ever been benched and you feel like I'm better than Ruben? Why would the coach bench me? Have you ever had such a situation?
No, because all the 15 players, they are equal. It's always according the way they select the team, and also the way the other team we know what they're having, and also if they select two left-hand spinners, so I think is very good if they have a lot of batsmen, and also I didn't feel any ego. Like I said, we are all equal. We are all good players. So any given team we give on the field, we know it can do the job.
Okay, I'm still with you, Subuga. There are so many players on that team who are experienced, who have been there for so many years, and like Brian, the captain. When I was reading his profile, but I saw it that but he was deputy captain twice, and he became captain. So his patience really paid off after some years. So you as a player, but who do you look out for in the team to say, if I have this person in the team, we are good to go?
Yeah, first of all, I think Masala is a good captain. He's been leading us very well to all the tournaments we have been playing.
Yeah.
Okay, the experienced player, Ronak Patel, is a good player. Dinesh Nakrani, Ramjani, Enre Senyondo, like I saw also Brian Masava, and also the coming young players which are coming up, and also the young player like Riyazad, I think also is a very, very good player in our team, and Bilal Hassan. Okay.
You're a bad player, not a good player in your team.
He's the most experienced.
Okay, the most experienced player. I thought you would say that I start for myself, but you mentioned other names. I even had Indians you mentioned in the team. But anyway, that's just a joke. Coach, there comes the time when you have fit players, when you have experience in Subuga, who was to play part in the team. Then you have the youth coming through, who are so good that you ask yourself, who do I leave out and who do I start with? When such a situation comes calling, how do you handle that?
In the game of cricket, you definitely play different opposition, and any kind of opposition comes with different composures. Like Frank has said, on a day where you're going to play a team that has 5 left-hand batters at the top of the order, that is a day where you look at a player not in terms of their age or experience. You're looking at the roles they play. For example, if I need bowlers to bowl well to left-hand batters, I will go and look for an off spinner, one who takes the ball away from them. So that helps a lot in the criteria of choosing 11 on a certain day. And you find a team that doesn't play spin. So on that day, I will select, say, two medium pacers and go with four spinners. So it just depends on the composure and what you expect from the other team.
Okay.
Yeah.
But besides that, coach, still with you, coach, many of course, national teams, when they qualify for a bigger tournament, they give up. They just go tour the place and come back home. We saw it with the Uganda Cranes when they were qualified for Gabon 2017. They just participated and they came back home. So how are we sure that the cricket Cranes will not just go to the World Cup to participate?
First of all, us qualifying for the biggest stage of world cricket is something that has come with a lot of pressure in it already, because first of all, we go to when we go to West Indies and America, we don't want to go there and just show faces. We want to go there and compete. We want to go there and show the world that there is a country called Uganda that can actually play good cricket, and that means from us qualifying for the first time, we don't want to be one-hit wonders where this will be the last time we participate in the World Cup. It comes with an extra pressure of us trying to qualify again and again. So it is a privilege that we're going to the World Cup for the first time in the history of cricket in this country. And it gives the players extra motivation to even go for more World Cups.
Okay, I'll come back to you, Subuga and Wemamba. But you narrowly missed out on the ODI status, narrowly. So are you planning to again go and work hard and achieve the ODI status?
Yes, that's our dream, though. We just need to go back and work so hard because we know what the tasks are ahead. So everyone that I think is eager to just come back and work so hard and then so that we can go and also compete in that World Cup.
So in the team that you play for, who do you think is going to replace you? Because you almost are going out. You don't have to play for 40 years. And let other players also come in and play.
There are some several players which are coming up. There's a boy called Nsobuga Raje and also Derek Bakuzo. So I think they are doing the same job which I'm doing. So I think they are ready, and I believe they can do the job.
Are you ushering them in well? Because you might play that and don't want them to play. So are you helping the young kids come through the ranks?
Of course, I've been helping them to also to do what I'm doing, and also to tell them where they are supposed to do doing their work, their hard work. I've been helping everyone. So for me, I'm not like that person who cannot be, because I know with time the game will be going on, and also as long as I'm still in the game, maybe to coach or doing how to help some young players which are coming up, so I'm always available.
Okay. Coach, we have had issues with cricket pitches in the country, the infrastructure. Now that we've qualified, what do you want the government to do?
Putting me on the spot there. But yeah, our reality is we play a sport that is the second most popular sport in the world, that's cricket.
Okay.
And for us not to have our own Nambole is also something that hurts us. So we're going to play at the world biggest stage.
Yeah.
At some point in time, we want to host, say, India A or South Africa A. But we can only do that when we have a good cricket ground.
Yeah.
And if only we can also get our own Nambole, that will be a plus to the cricket fraternity in this country. Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. Government, of course, they have a lot they are dealing with as government. And I believe that with time, you one day wake up and you have your own cricket stadium. Maybe it might not be here when the stadium is constructed, but trust me, nobody, if you had asked any player 15 years ago of qualification for the World Cup, they will laugh at you. Here we are today, that we are going to be part of the World Cup. Now, Coach, the qualification is here. We've qualified for the World Cup. What should we expect from your team and you? Because we don't expect you to go to the World Cup, get beaten left, right, and center, and come back here and receive you at the airport. Want to come back here and say we went, played, at least up the semi-final, and came back home. So, what should we expect from your team?
Right now, the whole country is in jubilations and all that, but we have switched gears already. We know that whatever we have done has actually come with extra pressure on us. So we definitely have been put on spot now that we have to go and work even harder than we have worked before.
Okay.
Because with respect to all the other teams, we don't have to think like we are playing a team from Lira, for example, right now.
Yeah.
We are going to play India, we're going to play Australia. And that means for you to compete at the highest level, you need top quality training, you need top quality, playing top quality matches with bigger teams. So it has come with pressure for us, the technical team and the secretariat itself, Uganda Cricket Association, and the players themselves. Now is the time for them to put in the hardest work so that when we get to the World Cup, we are actually there to mean business, not to just go and show our yellows and reds on TV.
Okay. Subuga, the coach is very right there to say that we're going to face India, you're going to face Australia, the best cricket nation in the world. So I've watched teams face the biggest of teams in the tournaments, and they have considered rugby-based scorelines. So if Uganda played against India and Subuga, you're part of the team, how would you avoid being humiliated?
I think, like I said, we need to go there at least to see if we can try and compete with those people. We know we give them respect, they play good cricket, and for us, we just have to go there to try and compete with them to see we are not getting those scores like will say it for rugby schools.
Coach, let's look at the survival of cricket in the country. When look at, I'll give you an example of the rugby. We have schools that play rugby and support clubs in the country. For example, Namiang College, Hana, Budo, Simak, they always have the underage players, under 15, under 17, under 19s, to feed the national team. As cricket, as a federation, okay, as cricket, as a team, the cricket cranes, do you have schools where you could gladly say that they feed the national team with the players?
No, I would not say basically schools are feeding the national team with players, but we have a system, a structure that that allows those at school to go through age group tournaments like the under 15s, under 17s to the under 19s, and a great job is being done by the association already. Right now, we have cricket hubs all over the country in the northern region, where we have permanent coaches being employed and getting the job done on that side. And those players that come from those hubs are the ones that represent their schools. And from their schools, that's where we pick them for the different age groups. Say under 15, if you're looking for under 15 team, you're going to pick them from the school competitions or the competitions that the hubs have in their regions. So it is a structure that has been put up by UCA, whereby players go through those different age groups. And for us to get a player to the national team, they should have gone through all those age group structures. So I would say the player we are getting for the national team will definitely come from a under 19 structure or a Uganda A structure that is already in place.
Okay, that's a good one, because we thought that you don't pick players on merit, but since they come through the ranks, that means they are prepared mentally and physically for the big occasion. Now we have the national cake in terms of funding. Coach, I'll still stay with you. Football takes over 15 billion in a financial year. So do you want to tempt the government to trigger that, to see that if, since cricket has also showed that they can perform better without funds or with the little funds, would you wish to have more funding? Or that said, for now you're comfortable with the fund? Because I don't think you have a big budget in terms of cricket. Oh,
again, you're putting me on the spot. That is a question that will definitely should be tackled by authorities higher than me. Because mine,
but you can try to
mine is a cricketing part of the job, and what I can say right now is my players are happy. Whatever the association has done to give them contracts that run for a year has made them comfortable in terms of the security they have. They know that at least today I can wake up with some breakfast, with some transportation, school fees for the kids. And that is why you can see performances are going up. Because I would want more. I would need a lot of money for the boys. But with them participating and playing well on the cricket pitch, it brings in more funding, more sponsors. And definitely, yes, we want the best for them. But right now, where we are, I think I credit my association for whatever they've done so far. The boys are okay, though money is never enough. If there's more, we are happy to have them.
That's a good one. That's a good one. And now I'll go to you, Mr. Soboga, the player. Give us a moment during the qualifiers that you almost said we are going to go to the World Cup. We are almost there. That moment.
I think a moment when we beat Zimbabwe and Kenya. We just knew we just need now to beat Rwanda and we qualify for the World Cup.
So who do you look out for in those two games and say this one made us qualify? He really put in 110%.
I think the game of Zimbabwe and Kenya, we put in 110% to see. If
pick out the player, the individual single player.
The video, I think Riyazad did so well, Bilal and Ronak Patel also, will come back to him, and Roger Mukasa. I think they bet the Henry Senyondo and the captain as well, because those are the guys who made us, I think, to qualify for for the World Cup.
Okay, I should have had Brian Masava here in the studio. Last time I had him, I was having a go at him. I know, Coach, you are here. So I will take my apology to him that I take back the words I said. So, Coach, your final remarks.
Thanks Uganda for standing together with us. We are very happy for the overwhelming support you have showed the team recently after our qualification, and these boys here need your support more than ever. They are going to put their bodies on the line to make sure that they bring more joy to this country. Yeah. So keep the support coming. In any way you can support the team, we are very happy. And for the 48 plus million Ugandans, that was for you. Thanks for standing behind the team always. We are happy that we are proudly associated with the black, yellow and red.
Okay, a good one, of course, that's a good one. And we thank you, Coach, for representing us well. I mean, you raised the flag high with your effort, with your commitment. We really qualified for the T20 World Cup that will be happening next year. So, we got your final remarks?
First of all, I will thank all the supporters who have been following our games, and also to thank our sponsors, Plascon, also they have done a good work for us. And I will thank everyone who have been following, doing everything, being with us. I will thank all the Ugandans, all the 48 million to support us. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thanks so much, Frank Asubuga, and of course, Jackson Ogwank for coming through this morning. I know it wasn't easy for you to get into studio, but the players that made us qualify for the Cricket World Cup, that will be next year. We also thank you for that effort, and thank government for making it possible. We know without security you cannot play anywhere. Yes. So we thank government led by General Museveni for making it easy for every sporting discipline to enjoy the peace in this country. And of course the players, we salute you. Brian Masava, like I said earlier, I take back my words. I indeed, you won the bet, and I think I should pay for this bet because you did win the bet. Uganda did not go to qualify. They Uganda that participate, they went to qualify. And indeed, the Cricket Cranes qualified for the T20 World Cup. Thanks so much, the team that played, and of course, thanks so much for the Cricket Federation for making sure that the boys are happy in the camp, and for making sure that they lack nothing, and indeed they came back home with qualification. Now, next is the ODI status. We put you on the spot, Coach and Frank. We need the ODI status, and we know that you can achieve that. Promise us you will achieve it.
Yes, we are definitely.
That is our next target.
Okay. From us, the team, we wish you the very best of the week, and of course, coming up next is GMU Extra. Good morning.
In this family, we can't agree on anything. We can't even agree on what to watch.